In the silence between dreams and darkness lies a story waiting to be told. Welcome to Mysteries Untold. The phone buzzed on the nightstand. 3 a.m. Strange. Lily never texted this late. Emma squinted at the screen. Can you hear it? Hear what? Lily, what's going on? Emma tried calling, went straight to voicemail. Unease prickled at the edges of her sleepiness. Another buzz. This time a picture. Their street, empty, bathed in the sickly orange glow of the streetlights. Something felt off. Where was everyone? Emma tried Lily again. No answer. A knot of dread tightened in her stomach. This wasn't like Lily. Not at all. Emma stepped out onto the porch, the chill night air biting through her thin robe. The street was eerily deserted. The houses stood like dark, silent sentinels. Streetlights buzzed and flickered, casting long, dancing shadows. Lily's message echoed in her mind. Can you hear it? Silence. Except, there, a faint, high-pitched whine, barely audible. She walked towards the sound, each step hesitant, the silence amplifying the pounding of her own heart. The whine grew louder, sharper, morphing into a low hum that vibrated in her teeth. It seemed to be coming from the old Wilson place at the end of the cul-de-sac, shrouded in darkness, its windows like vacant eyes. Fear, cold and sharp, pierced through her. The house loomed, a hulking shadow against the night sky. The front door stood ajar, a black maw in the darkness. "Lily?" she called out, her voice thin and reedy. Only the hum answered. She pushed the door open further, the rusty hinges groaning in protest. Dust motes danced in the single beam of moonlight slicing through the gloom, and then she saw it. A piece of paper, lying on the dusty floorboards, illuminated by the moonbeam. It was a note, scrawled in Lily's handwriting. "Don't trust the sounds. They'll lead you astray." A wave of dizziness washed over her, the hum growing louder, throbbing in her skull. Where was Lily? What was she supposed to do? The search. Hours blurred. Police came and went, their faces grim, their words hollow and unhelpful. Lily was gone. Vanished. Emma wandered through the house, her fingers trailing over dusty furniture, faded photographs, remnants of a life lived. She clung to Lily's note, the words seared into her memory. Don't trust the sounds. She found another note, tucked into a book of fairy tales, the edges yellowed with age. Same handwriting, but not Lily's. The words sent a fresh shiver down her spine. The cycle repeats. The sounds will lure you in. Don't let them take you too. There was a name scrawled at the bottom. Sarah, dated 1985. Emma's blood ran cold. This wasn't a simple disappearance. Something was deeply, terrifyingly wrong. The woods. The hum led her to the woods behind the house, a tangled mass of trees and shadow. The air grew thick with the smell of damp earth and decaying leaves. The sounds were louder here, a cacophony of whispers and rustling leaves, of branches snapping and unseen creatures moving just beyond her sight. Fear, primal and suffocating, threatened to consume her. She pushed through the undergrowth, branches whipping at her face, her breath catching in her throat. The hum was a living thing now, pulsing around her, guiding her deeper into the heart of the woods. The trees thinned, revealing a clearing bathed in an unnatural light. And in the center, a single, ancient oak tree, its branches gnarled and twisted, reaching towards the sky like grasping claws. The clearing. The clearing thrummed with an unseen energy. The humming reached a fever pitch, vibrating through her bones, making her teeth ache. She stumbled towards the oak, drawn by an unseen force. The air shimmered, and figures began to coalesce from the shadows, their forms indistinct, their eyes glowing with a cold, ethereal light. They reached for her, their voices whispers on the wind, beckoning, pleading. She saw Lily amongst them, her face pale and drawn, her eyes wide and vacant. "Emma," she whispered, her voice a hollow echo. "It's too late. The sounds, they're too strong." Emma reached out, desperate to pull her back, but Lily just shook her head sadly. The cycle continues. The cycle continues. The figures pressed closer, their forms solidifying, revealing faces etched with fear and despair. Sarah from the note was there, and others, countless others, stretching back through time. Victims, trapped by the sounds, their souls tethered to this place. The realization slammed into Emma with the force of a physical blow. The sounds weren't a guide, they were a trap, a curse, passed down through generations, claiming victims, one by one. Emma closed her eyes, bracing herself, the hum vibrating in her skull, threatening to overwhelm her. But then, she remembered Lily's last words. The cycle continues. And in that moment, she understood. The cycle could be broken. She wouldn't let the sounds take her, wouldn't let them claim another victim. She would fight, she would scream. Some stories end, but the darkness never sleeps, until the next shadow whispers. This was Mysteries Untold. If this tale chilled your spine, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Tell us what haunted you most.